Hi guys, today I'm going to take a look at 5 new FPS games that should be coming out next year. 83 I like the look of for sure, because I prefer more realistic FPS games. And Exomecha, that seems pretty crazy as well. I mean, there's loads of stuff going on in that game. Before we start the video, please subscribe and hit that like button as it really helps. Right, let's get into it. So first up, we've got Ripout. Now this is a horror FPS game, and I probably could have put it in last week's video. This is going to be a co-op game, so you can play with your friends, though I couldn't find a cap on squad sizes, so I'm not sure how many you'll be able to play with. Now you're going to be battling your way through dead spaceships, fighting genetically altered creatures that can supposedly change themselves by adding smaller mutants to the bodies. One thing I like the look of is a pet gun. You can fire off like a small alien creature, which then seems to run off and attack the enemies. Now this game features procedurally generated levels, so no two playthroughs are going to be the same. Though for me, I don't like procedurally generated, as it always feels like the same place, just slightly different. But who knows, maybe this time someone's cracked it. The other feature I also don't like is level scaling. So if you go in as a group, the difficulty is going to ramp up. How they're going to do this, I'm not sure, so it could be more monsters, or the monsters could have higher health on them. I've always preferred it when creatures have set levels, so if you go somewhere early in a game, you're not going to be able to go and beat everything. Not like you hear about a legendary creature and you go there as level 1, so it's level 1 as well. Because that always breaks the immersion for me. That's why I never really got into games like Skyrim or games like Borderlands. In Borderlands, you get a new gun and it'll be like a level whatever, and it does more damage than the last one, but the enemy's health is increased, so you're just doing the same thing over and over again. It just feels like grindy. Anyway, so they're saying that mission lengths could be 10 to 20 minutes, and in between missions you can hang out in a hub, and you've got to play arcade games while you chill out. It's due to be released in February next year, and it looks to only be coming out on PC for now. Right, Ghost Recon Frontline. Now this is going to be a multiplayer only, free-to-play game. It's launching on PC first, but it's going to be available on all consoles with the exception of the Switch, and they've already stated that it's going to be cross-platform play. With free-to-play, it's going to have microtransactions in it for sure, and then the video shows loads of different outfits, so that might be where it's coming. Now you're going to be able to play as a group of 3, and there'll be different classes to pick from. So far we know there's going to be a Soul, Support, or Scout class, with maybe more to come after launch. Now, I'm not sure how these are going to affect playstyles. The video features a lot of deployables like auto turrets, drones that drop smoke, and big barricades and watchtowers. There's going to be 2 game types to choose from: Expedition Mode, which is the main one. Now this is going to be over 100 players in a Battle Royale style scenario. You and your team will need to locate and find intel in order to be able to extract from the map. Once you find 3 pieces, this will allow you to call in a chopper for extraction, though it's also going to be highlighted with smoke, so other teams will know that you're getting out and they can come and counter you. Now you're going to be able to kill other groups and steal any intel that they've got on them, though I don't know how much intel is going to be on a map, so I don't know if it'll just be 3 pieces, or if there's multiple, or if more than one group can extract, so I don't know, that's not clear. Now there's meant to be no shrinking zones or anything that's pushing players into a smaller area, which is normal with BR games, so I'm not sure how this is going to work at all. The other game mode is Control, which seems to be a faster paced team deathmatch style game with 2 teams of 9. The game featured a closed beta in October with more planned in the future, so if you want a chance to play it early on PC, get over to Ubisoft and sign up. Personally, I'm not a fan of free-to-play games because there's always a catch somewhere where they're making the money back, and plus they always tend to be full of hackers because obviously it's free, so they can just jump on, play, account gets banned, they create another one and start again. Now this game, like the look of 83. Now this is set in the Cold War period, but where the war has actually broken out. It's going to feature large battles with over 80 players or so, with weapon systems and vehicles from the period. Now, while there's footage of the infantry combat, I haven't really seen any vehicles other than a Jeep, but they do say there are going to be more vehicles in future, and they confirm that there's going to be player flyable helicopters, so I'm guessing probably a Hind or an H1 Cobra would be my guess. They say that these are going to be super powerful as well, and it can be a real game changer on the battlefield. Now in a Q&A session, they were asked about whether there's going to be dynamic destruction in the game. Now they say it is going to be in there, but not the levels of Battlefield. They showed shooting out some windows and said they're looking to add destruction of fences and more if possible, but they didn't want it to affect like the servers. Now the maps of the game only appear to be Western European in style at the moment, but in the overall map it shows that the fighting will take place across most of Europe and Africa, so there could be a lot of choices out there. Now they're going to be using a system called persistent warfare, so if you win a match in one area, the territory will move back and forth overall, so your next battle probably wouldn't be in the same area. It's slated for a 2022 release, but I get the feeling the game's a long way off being ready. They've got loads of positions available on the website, so I get the feeling it's not coming anytime soon. Up now we've got Exomecha, and this is actually a nutty trailer. It features a bit of everything. It's like someone took Halo and made everything chrome, then threw some giant mechs and a chrome dragon because they could. This is coming out on PC and both Xboxes, and it's going to feature cross-platform play as well. Now they promised a lot of character and mech customization. You'll be able to decide how you want to load out your mech, so you can go defensive or offensive. Now there's a battle of them showing them being armed with swords and shields. Now these are meant to be the most powerful weapons, but you need to get up close and personal to use them. Otherwise you can equip them with guns. And the mechs will have skill points which you can assign to affect its damage, defense, or health, or other things. But you can only do this pre-match, so you can't change it on the fly in the match. But apparently you can change some of your own personal loadouts, I think if you're playing as infantry during the match, sorry. Now the whole scale of the battles looks pretty epic. There are helicopters and tanks and chrome warthogs to be used, and the grappling hook looks pretty wicked as well. This looks like it can be pretty decent. The thought of running around and huge mechs towering above you seems pretty cool to me. Like the guy in the helicopter who gets smashed out of the air by the mech. There's just so much going on in the trailer, it looks like super intense gameplay. Now there are going to be 3 game modes. There's a large battle mode, an objective mode, and a battle royale mode. I'm guessing every game forever is going to have battle royale mode from now on. Now the dragon in the video, that's meant to be an AI boss, which it comes in and starts sort of throwing fire everywhere. But if you want, you can choose to attack it, and if you kill it, it'll give you rewards, but I'm not sure what they're going to be. Now, it's meant to be released in August of this year, but it's been moved to next year. Now obviously I'll wait on the reviews for when it comes out, but it looks like something I'd want to play. Now for the last game today we've got S.T.A.L.K.E.R 2. Now this has been a long wait for the people who played the original. Initially it was announced to have started development in 2010, then for whatever reasons the original company seemed to run out of money and shut down. Then there was some scammy Kickstarter campaign that they said they were going to make it, which also got shut down. But now it's really coming, and it's due for release in April next year. It's promising to be the ultimate post-apocalyptic survivor game. You'll need to survive in the Chernobyl zone, a huge open world, where your decisions will craft your story. There are going to be factions in the game that you can choose to be friends with or kill, and either choice will change the way your game plays out. There are going to be mutant creatures that will hunt you down and attempt to slaughter you, and they're meant to have distinct AI, so they'll all behave differently in the way they hunt you. You'll need to travel to the most dangerous parts of the zone in order to discover artifacts that will help you to uncover the mysteries of Chernobyl. Here you'll encounter strange anomalies, one of which is shown as like a blue vortex hovering in the air. Now for the survival mechanics, you'll need to cope with tiredness, sleeping, bleeding, and the obvious radiation, though they've not said that much about these mechanics, so I don't know how they're going to work. You'll have more than 30 weapons at your disposal, and all of these are said to be modifiable, so it can give you like hundreds of possible combinations of weapons that you can use. It's going to be single player to start with, but they've already stated they'll be getting a free multiplayer update just after launch. Now it's going to be available on Xbox and PC this coming April. Let me know in the comments which game you're interested in, and hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already done it.